Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
You ready to do the Chiefs, Travis? We're going to
Let's
start with
do
the
it.
Chiefs. Okay, let's do it. So this is the season preview for the Kansas City Chiefs. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment down below on your predictions for the Chiefs. The Chiefs finished 6-11 last year. Worst season with Mahomes and Reed. Mahomes did get injured, to be fair, but it wasn't looking good even before they got injured. So give me your favorite move, Travis, that your team made.
Oh boy, there's a lot. I think the biggest move that will affect both sides of the ball is bringing back Eric the enemy.
Okay.
They said that the biggest problem the last few years was accountability, and that particular coach gets on the offense. So like a lot of the turnovers last year, things that hit the hands that were picked off, those type of things are usually were usually rooted out earlier during practice and whatnot. So I think that's probably the biggest move. Uh, I did like some of the draft that they did to get some defensive linemen to get some pressure, so to help with the young. But I think bringing Eric Bieniemy in is is a really big move they made.
Yeah, agreed. Like, not broke, why fix it type thing. Now you can bring it back
Right.
because it worked well last. Matt?
I think there's some obvious ones, but I think where they got Peter Woods late in round one for that defensive line, especially with Chris Jones getting up there in age, I think learning by his side and being his eventual successor, I think Peter Woods is going to add a lot of torment to quarterbacks on the inside.
I like that dark horse one there. They also drafted Thomas. How do you feel about? You're more of a draft guy than I am, Matt. Thomas, do you know? Like I heard good things, so I wrote him down. Their
Which
second pick. Am I
Thomas? What?
Mason Thomas, the
Oh,
defensive
oh,
end?
Mason Thomas from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
You
Oklahoma.
know
So
Yeah,
what?
you know
I don't know much
college too.
about, yeah, I
Oh,
don't know much about Mason
yeah.
Thomas.
He actually he played well against the Rams last week. He actually they say he came polished. I don't know exactly what that means. I'm not a defensive line coach, but that he already has some techniques down and was getting pressure consistently against I guess the Rams played their twos. So,
yeah.
but Peter Witt's had a quiet game, but we'll see. It takes time for defensive linemen to go, but I like both of them.
Yeah, and what I like is they're rebuilding now. Like neither one of them are starting in their depth chart, so they're like backups, so they get to
Oh yeah,
grow and develop behind these
yeah,
guys. I love that idea. I also their corner that they moved up in the draft and got Delane. I think
Yep.
that's good. Now the only negative I'll say, I hate when teams make a hole and then fill it. Like they use that to fill it, and they did
well,
that with McDuffie, and then they're like, okay, let's
it's
now fill it. I
it's the quarter. You talked about it. It's you
the
got a
money.
quarterback you got to pay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the beautiful thing about the salary cap.
Yeah, and then I'll say Kenneth Walker, I actually like that move because of his ability to be explosive out of the backfield in both running and passing. They haven't had a running back like that since Hunt, early Hunt. Uh,
Is Clint gonna be listening to this?
Probably, yeah, yeah.
His ears are burning.
I know. Sorry, Clint. He's not a big Ken Walker fan, but I think as far as for Chiefs running backs, they have not had like a truly reliable running back in a while, and that is explosive and stuff. They've been trying Pacheco. They brought Hunt back. It's like so. This is kind of who was the Clyde Edward Davis they had for a little bit. So
Uh,
the,
Hilaire.
Hilaire.
Claire, yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, I like this move just because they need something better out
Right.
of the backfield.
And so that's the other thing they drafted too is the kid from Nebraska,
Mm.
Emmett Johnson.
Yeah.
So, and he played really well last week, preseason game, but glorified practice. So again, another one they're high on. But no,
Yeah.
that was a great signing too. The Chiefs have to run the football this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my Kenneth Walker the third take for a little later.
Okay.
I
Okay.
want to piggyback on something
Okay. Okay.
later.
Okay. Later. Okay. So let's do our least favorite move for the Chiefs. Start with you, Travis.
They didn't draft any capital on their linebackers, and that's
Mhm.
the weakest part of their defense.
Yeah.
And we've already talked about the offenses in the AFC West. You really need to have at least one good linebacker to go chase people in the middle of the field.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially like, again, we just talked about Mike McDaniel's offense. So
Yeah.
the linebackers are very important. Matt?
Trading Trent McDuffie.
Hmm.
I know you can't pay everybody, but I thought that guy was a really, really good cornerback.
Yeah.
And I think trading him and then, like you said, going in the draft and drafting a cornerback to fill the hole that you made is just, I don't know, counterproductive.
Yeah. It was
But
like when, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was going to say, but all the draft picks they got from them, the Chiefs are going the opposite direction as the Broncos.
Hmm.
I mean, how much they got from the Rams is almost what they got from the Dolphins with Tyreek, actually.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's like, the Lions did this with Darius Slay and they drafted Jeff Okudah. I don't know if you
Right.
remember that.
Yep, I do. Ohio
And
State.
we can understand like the money stuff and whatever, but it also is like a bummer because you got a proven like blue chipper or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's just like if at all possible you want to hang on to them. So I kind of agree with you. I just don't like when teams make a hole and then they got to use an asset to
yeah,
fill it because it at best you hope that Delane, right? You hope that he is
right.
as good as McDuffie.
Right.
There's no
And he won't
guarantee.
be.
Right.
And I already know he won't be for at least first half of this season. He's going to get got several
Yeah.
times. It's just
Right.
how it's going to happen.
Part of the process. We understand
Yeah.
that. But what I'm saying is like in 3 years, you hope 3-4 years, he
Yeah.
that's what you hope, but there's no guarantee he'll be that good. So that's a
And if he
problem.
was, then they would trade him to the Rams again.
That's right. And then the Rams can win another Super Bowl.
Right. I'll take another hole.
Yeah. My least favorite move, and it's just, I guess, what's it called? Just my growing numbness to the skill position players is just I just don't trust their pass catchers, and I just wish they would have addressed getting a more reliable pass catcher for Patrick Mahomes. It's like I'm tired of I think Rice still can be good, but you just don't know if he's going to be on the field week to week because of his off-field stuff, right? Yeah, exactly. Xavier Worthy, we've been waiting on him to just like take the step. Kelsey's now a year older. So I really wish they would have went out and tried to get like a legit, like a Waddle, like someone like that. Get Mahomes someone gets open, but they didn't do that, so that's like my least favorite move.
I agree with that completely because if they didn't dig the hole, I think that's what they would have done.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Maybe you guys could remind me who was really low on Worthy. I don't remember who was super low.
We haven't heard from him on a podcast in a while,
Yeah,
so
at least 2 years.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, burn.
Well,
Me and Clint talk about this all the time. Like when you do podcasts like this, it's fun because you have like some wins and then you have some really bad losses. It's like, yeah,
I got none from last year.
That's right. That's true. That's right. Travis, just take a year off. That's great. Okay, let's go. Go ahead.
I was going to say with his thing with Worthy, yeah, I mean, but he was one of those other ones that was injured most of the season, so.
It's because he's slight.
Yeah, I think that was you were worried about that too, Matt. You were talking about
he's too skinny.
Yeah, we got to get him some muscle, protein, baby. Okay, let's go to our green flag or what we're excited about for the Chiefs going into the season. Travis?
I am excited because of all those things that you guys were just saying about their lack of receiving core, that I think that Andy Reid is going to go 1998 Philadelphia Eagles on everybody. Screen them to death.
Screen them, okay.
Screen them to death. I think there's going to be bubble screens. There's going to be regular screens. They're just going to do that. They have the personnel for that. And the reason I kind of wonder if they're going that route is because at least that preseason game, they're running out 3 tight end sets for stuff. And that just, you don't do that unless you're about to start messing with people.
Yeah, I mean that could work too. Like, I kind of feel torn on that because that could work because of someone like Worthy, right? Even though he's slight, he's fast. If you can get him the
Right.
ball and get him a chance to run, that could work out. Where I'm like Patrick Mahomes is almost too good of an arm to be like doing a bunch
Well,
of screens.
and that's part of it is I'm
Yeah,
not sure, how slow they take it with Patrick,
that's
because
true.
if they have him drop back, 7-step drop to go chuck it 80 yards, that's how many seconds of
Yeah.
opportunity to get tagged.
Yep.
So, you
True.
know, that's why I kind of wonder. I think just green flag wise, the offense I think is just going to it's going to be, I hope it's fresh
Yeah.
compared to what it has been. So, um, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah.
we'll
Matt?
find out soon.
Yeah, I think Mahomes coming back quicker than expected. I think that's going to be good. Because that was a late season injury, and he already is further than what most ACL injuries would come back from. So I think him coming back and being ready to go. And you know what? Also, I think the Chiefs not making the playoffs ultimately is going to help them because they've been in the playoffs for how many past years in a row, and that takes a toll on players. So having that early, that early ending season is gets everybody healthy.
I think it creates a chip on their shoulder too. Like they're no longer like the hunted in the division, right? Because now it's the other teams or in the conference, but also gives them a chip on their shoulder. And like even Patrick Mahomes now has to have some sort of like chip on the shoulder type thing because he's supposed to be the best quarterback. He got out. People are kind of forgetting about how good he's been. So I think that could work for them. I still think their defense is going, I'm kind of with the McDuffie thing, but I think their defense is still going to be good. I trust Spagnola he's Spagnola, right?
I
Yeah,
know. Yep.
yeah. I think Tony, what's his
Oh,
first name?
man.
Coach.
Coach
Coach.
Spagnola.
Oh, that's his
Steve.
name. Steve. Yeah.
Steve, I was thinking
Sorry.
Tony Soprano, and I'm like, that's not right. And then I thought it was anyway. Spagnola, I trust him. I think so. The defense will get good. I think that you're not relying on those young pass rushers, but by the time like you get them in the rotation, in the middle of the season, I think that could be really good. And then the easy schedule. They have an easy schedule because of the record. It's an easier schedule than they're normally
Easier.
used to. Yeah. So third place schedule, I think that works in their favor as well.
Yeah. And one thing to go on what Matt just said, I also thought from that thrashing they took in the Super Bowl to all of last year, they looked mentally tired.
Yeah.
And there was just something just mentally that they were just exhausted. So, getting early, having the season end early, and not just the injury, but I think that will do a lot more too.
Yeah. I think we're on to something here. Let's go green. Sorry, red flags, concerns, questions. What do you got for me on that one, Travis?
Well, I'm still skeptical of the linebackers. Patrick is used to throwing to a tight end, and Kelsey is. I think this is his last season, so they need to find another pass catcher out of that group, and they didn't draft one, so that's going to be an entry. That's something that I'm going to be watching closely this year. Is who's going to be the safety outlet? I mean, Kelsey will give you good games, but I'm worried about as the season goes on. Yeah, age catches up to everybody in football.
Yeah, and he was kind of like I don't want to say mailing it in, but he definitely wasn't himself. Like last year, he was. You could tell like he's not
Yeah,
himself anymore.
and we'll
So
see if he's less distracted.
sure,
He took plays off too. You could see him
You could see it.
at that
They were.
age. I mean, how do you blame him? But I mean,
no, right.
he looked like
You're,
he was tired.
I mean,
Yeah,
between mentally tired And I don't know. I don't think even the Taylor Swift thing, if he was distracted,
I was annoyed.
think of all the little girls that will probably listen to this podcast because of her.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel sorry for
But
those little girls.
Yeah.
but yeah, that's my biggest red flag is that
The,
they need to find a replacement, and they haven't drafted one, they haven't traded for one, and I mean, Noah Gray's been around forever there, but he's not. I mean, nobody's gonna be Travis Kelce,
right.
but you need to get somebody that can do 70% of what Travis Kelce does, though.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because like when you see Njoku sign for what he did for the Chargers,
Right.
it's like, why wouldn't the Chiefs just try that guy? Like, I don't get it. So I'm with you on that. I have that down. I have another thing written down, but that is one of my concerns too, is I just need one of the pass catchers to really just take the reins this year, step up. And I'm not confident right now in any of the pass catchers they have.
I mean, there's a kid that they drafted pretty late, Cyrus Allen.
Mhm.
Apparently, he is turning heads as he
Okay.
catches everything and anything near him.
Yeah.
But again, that's preseason, it's practice. You know, when the bullets are really flying, then we'll see if he shows up and can get open.
Correct. Yep. Exactly. Matt, what's your red flag concern question?
Well, Travis kind of took it, so I'm going to go with my red flag B, and that's always thinking you can replace cornerbacks. They lost two cornerbacks. They gained one back through the draft, but we'll see. He's a rookie. I just think there comes a time where maybe you can't. Ask Pete Carroll. You know,
Hmm.
the Seahawks always thought that they could just replace the cornerbacks, and you can't do it. Not
Right.
everyone is equipped to play that position mentally and physically. That is a hard position to play.
Yep. No, that's a good one. I have run game. I'm worried about their run game. Their offensive line last year win rate for running is 29th in the league. They were 25th in running last year. So here's the thing. I like the idea of Kenneth Walker, like, you know, the explosion that he can have and stuff like that. The problem is no matter how good of a running back you are, if you don't have a good offensive line that can win in the trenches, run blocking, it's not gonna show up on paper. It's gonna be hard unless if you're like Saquon
Well,
Barkley, right? Like
yeah,
Saquon can
right.
figure it out, right?
Well,
So
that's one thing that I think is a huge thing that's overlooked, though, is the Chiefs did not run the ball well last year, but at the same time, their running backs were like some of the worst in the league after contact.
mm,
So I mean, you know, you can run between the tackles, and if you have a running back like Saquon or Gente, you know, they make their offensive line look better too. So
yeah, I
they
mean,
have to break tackles or make guys miss too, and that
right.
wasn't happening last year.
Yeah, so there's a balance, but the win rate for the offensive line running downs was not great last year either. So, yeah, I'm just concerned about it because I think like with Patrick Mahomes, you don't know how well he's going to run because of his injury. So it's like you would want a running game. And I just think if he has a run game or if his offensive line's really good or he got a couple pass catchers, he just need one of those things and he'll be fine. But so it's a red flag for me, concern for me going into the season. Just
Yeah,
how
no,
good is that run game going to be?
I completely agree. I think early in the season they're going to get a lot of nine guys in the box, quite frankly.
So Ryan, you said they were 29th in
Yeah, that's
running?
what I had. Win rate. Win
Which,
rate.
well, as
Yeah.
a Raider fan, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. Sign me up.
Okay. Yeah, they were 25th in the league in rushing last year.
Okay.
So yeah. Fantasy football go to Travis.
Well, if the Chiefs really do run their offense like Philadelphia used to, then Walker of the third would be a guy I would get because they're going to try to get the ball in his hands as many times as possible. I know it's
Matt?
low hanging fruit.
Yeah. Matt.
Okay, so this is where I wanted to piggyback. I think the Seahawks did a horrible job of getting him the ball in passing situations.
Mm,
Coming out of college, Kenneth Walker can catch the ball. And I agree with Travis. I think Andy Reid is going to have the screen game ready to go. And it's going to remind me of what he would do with Jamal Charles, because that's the type of play calling Kenneth Walker needs. give him some space and give him the ball. And that guy is a little jitterbug.
Yeah.
He can go. But if you grab him in fantasy, when he has 4 or 5 good games, sell him high because he will get hurt.
Yeah, that's always been kind of his MO, right? Like he just kind of ends up hurt at some point during the season, misses a couple games, right? So, yeah, I'm excited to see him. Again, just the best running back that Mahomes had since like early Hunt. So the catching abilities there. So yeah, I'm with you guys on that. Patrick Mahomes, by the way, is being drafted at like QB 12 or something. What was it? I can't remember, but he is in that. Wow. I think so. Let me look.
QB 12.
That's what I thought. Let me look. I did a podcast yesterday. QB, yeah, 12, 13, 14, 11, 12, 14. So if you think he's going to have a resurgence, he's like getting picked in the rounds where you're like comfortable picking a quarterback, go after him. That's what I'll say. Yeah. Okay, let's predict their season 10.5 over under. Let's go, Travis. What do you got your Chiefs finishing?
I am gonna go 10-7.
Oh, okay, 10-7. Okay.
10-7 because I don't know how they're gonna score points yet.
Yeah, fair enough. Screen passes, apparently.
Pass.
Matt?
Man, Travis and I are sharing a brain today because
That's scary.
have 10-7. Scary for you, Travis. I'll take
very scary. Get out of my head.
I went because of the third place schedule. I'm gonna go 11-6. So, one more win than you guys. So just at the same spot. Also, last year I think was the first time that Mahomes and Andy Reid didn't win over 11 games, right? So I think they'll get back on track with that.
Yeah. So one other thing going back to what Matt said about the screen game. So I was checking the day. So you brought up Kareem Hunt, Ryan. So when in 2018, 2017, when Kareem was still with the Chiefs, they threw the ball he got like 50, 60 passes in one of those years.
Right.
And they were downfield passes. So maybe that'd be kind of funny to see that offense come back. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I remember that one play. I remember like opening night where he does that like little like up and then in, like how up in, and he caught the ball and he ran it for a touchdown. And I can't remember who it was against, but
New England. Was it the New England game?
I think you're right. Or them were the Lions. I can't remember. But anyway, point being is that he has not had that since. So
no, and the running backs haven't been that type. So if he's in the backfield, stretch him out. I mean, but I would love to see a running back get 50 targets, 60 targets in a season.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for listening to our preview for the Kansas City Chiefs. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your predictions in the comment down below. Great. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.